What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great day. Guys, get ready for a wild one. This is good. But first, I want to address something. Some people have been saying that they're not getting notifications, so they're not seeing the new videos. Let me show you something real quick. Now, I'm just going to show you a random video because I don't really care what it is. Now, right here, you get the subscribe button. When you hit the subscribe, you got the little bell. Make sure you tick all. You can see it right there. Now, all is ticked. You can see that. Make sure you hit all. If it's personalized, you may not get the notifications for the actual videos coming out. So make sure that you hit all right? And if you guys don't mind, go ahead and hit the thumbs up now. You will not be disappointed. And if you're not subscribed, just please do so. And, of course, hit that notification bell like I just showed you. All right. Now, I've had this photo and ripped this apart quite a few years ago. And you can see it right here. It is PIA 14462. And you can see, of course, it's got the TIFF and the JPEG. Of course, you want the TIFF. It is much bigger. And you can see the caption here, original capture release with image. The suggested area in this observation is characteristic by groups of cones, shield-like features, and round mounds. They are a few hundred meters to kilometers in diameter, but their heights are unknown. Originally released July 13th, 2011, right? And of course, image credit goes to NASA, JPL, Caltech, University of Arizona, right? Guys, wait till you see this. This is great. And of course, you'll get the link to this. This is what you'll get right here. Now, first thing you think of is, oh my God, sea, ocean, water. Is it? At this point, I'm still not sure. But when I show you the city in this photo, you're going to be like, wow, this is insane. Guys, I'm not even lying to you. I've done this before, and yet I've never pulled out the stuff I'm going to show you today. And it's just absolutely awesome. So what I do in Photoshop is I just rotate this 167 degrees because we want to see this piece here first. On the upper left, we want to check that out first, right? And then I'm going to show you some of the things there, as well as on, we're going to call it the coastline. Let's say it is water. Maybe these structures are underwater, right? And the rest of these are on the coast. Now, when you zoom into this, and guys, this is not hard to see. Let me show you. Like, here's some of them right off the bat. And you might say, well, Chris, maybe some of these are the compression artifacts of this photo. I don't know. I'm not seeing it here on the left in the blue, and I'm not seeing it over here on the right where you get this whitish kind of grayish area, right? You don't see that. Why? Because there's nothing there to see. Now, these white areas in this blue is what we really, really want to concentrate on. This area here, you can almost see it looks round right here, and there's multiple other things. Without further ado, guys, let's get into this. Let's jump right into this bad boy. All right. Photoshop. You can see at the top of the screen, I did rotate it 167 degrees clockwise, and for good reason. We're going to start here in the lower right corner. And then we're going to work our way up. We're going to call it the coastline here. And see if there's anything of any value. Now, do you guys see anything in here that's worth even noticing? First thing I noticed was everything down here. Look at these objects right here. I don't have to do a thing to this photo. This is the original photo. And yet, I could see what looks like rectangular pieces, side by side, right here, side by side. All of these pieces in here, look at it all. There's no way that Mother Nature's going to do this, okay? Just not going to happen. Now, again, are the compression artifacts? I don't know. I'm not seeing any of it here. I'm seeing what looks like natural landscape until you start getting closer and closer to the edge right here, okay? Now, is this blue and is this actually brown, or is this all one color? And what I'm about to show you is cities galore. Okay? Watch this. Let's do this. Now, let's slowly get into this. This is cool. You notice these are starting to show up a lot more. Right here. Look at this. And it happens to be all lined up. Especially, look at these two right here. Look at this. Just a piece is sticking out. Now, you can see some of the curvatures of some of the pieces doing this. Check that out. Again, we're trying to bring out this area right here, as well as other pieces all in here. You're going to see what looks like a round piece here. You can see it now with the center piece. And what's even more cooler is there's actually a tower, and you won't be able to see it right now. Here's the top of it with the opening. Round piece, and you're going to see it almost has like a base and a square base underneath. So let's jump right into that. Right here, ready? Now, check out some of the things that are in this area alone. Just these alone. Check out the landscape. Check out the structures, the different pieces. Stuff you would not expect to see in natural landscape. Here's our tower right there. It's coming straight up. You can see it like this. Rounded. And of course, it's dark at the top. It's round at the bottom, of course, and there's a square base to it. Now check that out. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Right here. There's the tower. Guys, check this stuff out. This is cool. And this is not even the half of it. It just only gets better. It just gets better and better as we go along. Now, to me, this doesn't look natural. This looks like a city. Again, we can go on this coastline over here. And we can see these things right here. And look at look at the shape of these things right here. Look at the actual shapes and these rectangular pieces sitting on the side of each other. They're adjacent to one another. Smaller, larger ones. Different structure sizes. Look at this. Again, just have a look at all of these pieces. Now, keep in mind, these are not going to be super clear because it's meant to be hidden. Again, if we were just to go back just like this, it's nowhere to be found, right? And yet, you can see this piece right here, most of it. This round piece is right there, right? And again, we have our tower, other round structures right there, and all of these other, like I pointed out earlier, all of these other weird structures. Guys, just get out your magnifiers. If you can't see it very well and you're on your phones, you're going to want to check this stuff out, especially as we go up this coastline. And like I said, folks, I actually analyzed this photo a long time ago, but because I decided to go back to the coastline is like, bam, in your face. Wow. Look at this right here, speaking of which, in the dock area. All right. Like I said, it just gets better and better. Looks like a small tower right here. Okay, let's have a look at some of these other pieces right here as we go up. Check this out. I don't know whether this is in a jungle type thing, and this is what we're seeing here, all this black, or this was intentional, and you can see where I cut it off right here. This is where I stopped. Now, my first video I did of this area, I did pretty much the whole area, and it's what looks like this silver ball, giant globe type spherical object sitting in the photo too, so it's pretty cool. But again, pieces. It makes you wonder if this stuff is actually in a giant forest and we're seeing bits and pieces of it peeking out like over here, or is this mostly manipulation overlaid the real photo? I'd say it's an overlay, but that doesn't mean it's not in a forest of some sort, right? The other thing is, too, we want to keep an eye on the color itself. Now, you know darn good and well, if this is an ocean, they're not going to make it blue. They're going to make it look like dirt, and that's going to be the end of it, because they don't want to admit that there's an actual ocean there, right? Now, let's move up along the coastline. I want you guys to see the whole thing. So let me jump out of this video. Now, we're going to travel up of this coastline. Now, this is darkened only because, let me show you this real quick. If I show you this is the original. Now watch what happens as you go along the top. And by the way, I rotated this so you can see these much better. The other angle didn't look so good. It was kind of weird and kind of threw off the blocks, and that's probably why they did this. But look at this, guys. We don't have to even do much to this. It's the original photo now. Check this out, guys. Again, use your magnifiers. This stuff is all over this photo, and I'm going to bring it out so much more. Check them out. This is just awesome. Right here. Mind-blowing, to say the least. Especially when you see the actual detailed. Let's jump down here. Let's get into that. All right, so I'm going to show you this here. And here we go, folks. Again, get your magnifiers ready. Okay. You see the smaller ones here? And everything in between. Check out this landmass piece right here. This right here. Look at the structures along this coastline. I'm going to call it a coastline because it appears almost like an ocean, but I'm not going to say that it is. But let's suppose it is, right? Who knows? Let's keep going. As we go up along, it just gets more and more detailed. Check these out. Again, structures. Different pieces. Just crazy, crazy things. Now, let's keep going. Keep going up. And again, the pieces that are in between, as we go up, it just gets better. Here. All along this coastline, up to about right about here, as we go up, we're going to see more and more of this as we're going along. And then I'm going to zoom into this. So you guys want to pause this. Of course, you guys know. Just pause it. Have a look with your magnifiers. Check this item right out right here. This is cool. Right here. Actually, these multiple pieces right here. Look at the ground below it. Right here. You guys see that? This to me is just confirms. Look at the landmass, or the way this thing was designed. Looks like you got two very large pieces standing up. And you can see there's a crease down there, so you can see this is rather tall. See that? No way is that natural. Look at it all. And we really don't know how high this is up, right? It doesn't state it in there. Now, let's keep going. Oh, this even gets better. Absolutely a city. Cities along this. Towns. Call it what you will. I don't care. No matter how you look at it, this is civilization that was here on Mars, and only in my opinion do I believe that this is absolute proof of it. Now, let's go even a step better. Let's go ahead and sharpen it and have another look. Again, look at the stuff here on the coastline. Some of this is really bright, and I try to bring it down. Guys, this is cool. Absolutely cool. I told you I had a mind-blowing one coming up. This one here is just awesome. This, to me, is this absolute smoking gun of a civilization on Mars. And like I said, I'd done this, I think it was in 2014. Now, mostly that was in the blue area, and not so much the edge of, we're going to call it the ground, and we'll call that water, just for craps and giggles, right? But nonetheless, I decided to do this a little bit more, and check that out. It looks like city blocks to me. It looks like you can travel in between these areas. Look at this. Like there's streets. Or roadways. Call them what you will. But check that out. Okay? Again, pause it any way you want. Have a look at these features. Here. Just, I mean, there's so much. I don't want to circle the whole thing because there's so much here to see. But check this out. This is not going to happen naturally. It's just not going to happen. And the reason why I went after this more than anything, because like I said, I might have addressed this in my original one, but when I seen this down here, this is what kind of blew my mind, was the structures down and here. And I said to myself, there's no way. There's no way that this is natural right here. Not going to happen. Not these things lined up. Now, keep in mind, guys, because we're so far up, these could be multiple things, and we're seeing what looks like just regular rectangular pieces. But these could be absolutely multiple pieces on here, right? Again, look down here. The shapes, the objects, things lined up along this coastline, I'm going to call it. And again, we have this here. And to me, that alone shows what looks like structures, right? Everywhere you look in this photo. I'm thinking that all of this has been covered up, and all of the ones that are up here are being brought out, are part of this area in here. And all they do is they did this to throw off the eyes, thinking, oh, it's blue, I don't know what that's all about. And you would never know until you start to really break this photo down. Again, look at these things. What's the chances of everything being lined up like this? And you can see these things have several different heights. Where you can see like the squares, the smaller ones down here, larger ones here, and it looks like this one's brighter and it's higher up. And you can see what looks like structures down in between. Okay? So, again, I try to bring this out as much as I could, or bring the brightness down in these. This is why you get that weird, funky look to that. What I did was I tried to just dull it out, and sometimes it doesn't come out all that great, as you can see. I didn't care. What I cared about is the things we can see. Now, let's do this and desaturate. Just a little bit. You don't have to do a whole lot. I decided to really tear into this part of it on the edge, meaning in the brown areas, on the ground itself, to see what's really in this photo, and you can see that. Again, we have areas like this. Just that alone. And it's all over the place. It's not just one part. And again, it looks like city blocks. It looks like something you would see from Earth. It doesn't look like something you would see on Mars, right? Again, I try to do my best to bring this down, but this is what it looked like, folks. Look at it. Completely wiped. But you can still see these squares all right here. But they did a great job of trying to highlight this stuff so that you and I can't see it. But yet it's right there. The structures are there. And sharpened it up a little bit, and you can see this piece right here. That's the one I was pointing out. Keep an eye on that whole area. There it is. It's right there. And we can also bring this up a little bit if we wanted to. Bring up the exposure just a hair bit. Of course, it's going to bring up anything that's bright. Bring it up even brighter. Okay. Check that out. And again, this whole area here, what would that look like on the original? It's still there. You can still see every square in there. The difference is we can bring all of this down, bring the brightness down, and we can see this stuff quite good. I could study this and absolutely tell you, without a doubt, that these are structural. In my opinion, that's what we're seeing. Let's do a black and white on this, shall we? All right, now we can check it out in black and white. Drop down. This way we don't have the colors fooling us. Again, look at this area, guys. This is crazy. Everywhere you look, guys. At least near this coastline, I'm going to call it a coastline again, that's what we're seeing. And again, these here. This is what really got me really interested in tearing apart the rest of the ground area, we're going to call it. Now, my question to you guys, is that more underwater and we're seeing that? Or is it just by putting the blue on this, it was to hide everything that was supposed to be there, so it would fool your eyes, you're thinking, blue, what the heck? I mean, clearly they're not going to show it's an ocean, so what is that? And they'll call it a false coloring, which it absolutely is. Or is it? I don't know. As far as the color-wise, I'm not sure about this blue area. I don't know. But this brown area, clearly this is ground, and I'm wondering if this is the same way. This is the same thing as this brown area, meaning it's ground, and all they do is just try to hide it. Because here's the thing. Like these on the lower right, they look like the same size as the things and structures in this area. So are we seeing something deep in the water? Or it's just a continuation of the ground, and by throwing this color on it, it's supposed to confuse the eyes? I don't know, guys. Your guess is as good as mine. But, again, in my opinion, these are structures. There you go. And this part here. This part here, to me, I don't know why it's just even more mind-blowing, but doesn't matter. every bit of this is mind-blowing as far as I'm concerned. It looks like a lot of it's intact, and then some of it looks like it's been washed a little bit, like in this area right here. Now, is it possible? It's kind of like Central Park in New York, where it's more opened up, and it's like a park. It's got all trees in it. But is it just more of an open area, or has it been kind of flooded out? I don't know. But you can see these, all the rest of these, and in the front here, I'm starting to believe, because I can see something right here, that this blue area is nothing more than a continuation of this darker area. That's what I believe it is. Now, right here, look at this. These pieces right here. This is what makes me believe that this blue is more part of the ground. And it just gave it that blue that's trying to throw off your eyes, right? There you go, folks. There you go. There it is. And there you go, guys. Guys, what are we seeing here? I believe this is absolute proof that there was structures and a civilization on Mars, and this photo here proves it alone. Guys, throw your comments down below. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to like and please share this. Share it to all your social sites. People need to see this stuff. And guys, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. So this way here, YouTube will share it. We need to share this stuff. And you guys are the ones that's going to help me do that, right? I can only do so much, but you guys share it in everywhere you know, and the video gets out more, right? Anyway, guys, got some more cool stuff coming up. In fact, I've got another Mars, which is another cool one. And I believe I have another moon coming up as well, and we're going to jump to that as well. So anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Always appreciated. Have yourselves a great morning, a great afternoon, and a great evening. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.